Does it not feel like the Super Bowl happened a month ago?
Yeah. Well, I think it always feels like that, you
I
know?
mean, the Super Bowl happened 2 days ago, and it feels like it happened a month ago.
Well, because everyone talked about it and went through it, and
Well,
I don't know.
it's and obviously we need to get right into this Super Bowl 59 review, but I'm saying like it was so underwhelming slash not what people expected that it's almost like people, like you said, like how it's already been talked about.
Yeah.
It's like we're still like in that mindset of like what it should have been or how like competitive the game should have
Well,
been.
I'm still like every time I look at my phone and I'm like, I see like Jalen Hurts celebrating. I'm like, it doesn't feel right.
Well, it's not even that because I don't mind the Jalen
No,
Hurts winning,
just to
but
me,
it's
it
just
doesn't feel like because I already expected a Kansas City win.
also
I
that.
expected the three-peat to happen. I expected the proposal, the Swift thing, all this shit to happen, and it didn't. And it's like, I'm glad.
I convinced myself before week 1 that they were going to be three-peating.
Of course, I
So
think everyone did.
maybe it's not even that it feels like it was a month ago, but it just doesn't really feel real that
That
I
the
mean, let's
Philadelphia
talk.
Eagles are
We got to
champs.
really talk about it. It's like it doesn't feel real that Kansas City played
That
that
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Like Devin.
No, like that's like how bad they were supposed to look all season. Like
Devin,
that's their real team.
we sat here and waited all year to truly see what was going to happen when Kansas City had to turn it on,
Yeah.
and they didn't even pay the power bill.
No.
That I mean, they
Well,
played like shit. I'm convinced if they had these same officials all year, they maybe would have won nine games. Maybe
agreed.
8 or 9
Well,
games
because
at
it
max.
max, but it felt like they were allowed to play the way that they played all year and not get penalized for this and not get penalized for that. And then the refs come in, pull the rug out, and now they're getting penalized for fucking blocking the backs and holdings and all this shit. And it's like
Well,
they weren't getting penalized all season. Now they're getting caught with everything. It felt real.
and what feels weird is it's not even like people. It's almost not even how bad they played,
Yeah.
but when they decided to play this bad.
Yes.
Like had Kansas City put this type of performance up week 11, maybe we would like I feel like
Chill.
we would have it either would have been looked at as a one-off
Yes.
and or it would have been see what happens when or see what happens when it's regularly officiated or it's a fair official or a
Yes.
fair official crew or whatever
Yeah.
you want to however you want to label it, but it's just the fact that they waited until the grand stage
Yeah.
to absolutely shit the bed. I
Yeah.
mean, they did one thing. They contained Saquon.
But and that's the thing about the Eagles that's so scary is that it's like that could have been our game plan against.
Oh, I think that's everybody's game plan.
Well, no, but that's the problem with having to game plan for Saquon, is that you can game plan for him, but even if you do, we got AJ, we got Devontae, we got a team.
You better say Jalen's fucking name
We
right
got
now.
Jalen who's
You better
running
say Jalen's
down
fucking
their
name right now
throats.
because god damn it, Devin.
Dude, he
If
turned
it
it on.
wasn't
That was
if I
nice.
didn't tell you he was top 5 before this, I'm gonna tell you right now that man is top
Hey,
5.
hey, even
I
his Jordan commercial didn't say he was top 5.
I
They said he,
told
they
you
said he's top
they
10.
said top 10,
They
which
said top 10.
okay. It's funny to think how many commercials like that don't get aired.
What do you mean?
Okay,
Oh,
obviously
how
that
many
commercial was
future
made
commercials?
and they only dropped that because they
Because he
won.
won. Yeah.
So I'm saying like how many like is there a
Wait,
commercial
do
like
they send those to Africa too and just
yeah,
film
that's what
them?
I'm saying. Like, do they watch
Put 'em-
those? Like,
Yeah.
like I want to see every commercial where it's like they said Brock
Charles
Purdy couldn't
Barkley's
get it
national
done.
champion. Or
Oh, Charles
NBA
Barkley.
champion. Yeah.
They said Brock Purdy couldn't get it done. They said he was a game
Dude.
manager. Like, I want to see
Mr.
those.
Relevant. Mr. What?
But no. The problem is they contained Saquon and prepared so much to contain Saquon that they forgot how to defend the pass.
Yep.
They forgot how to catch. They
Yep.
forgot how to block. They forgot how to throw. I mean, they forgot.
Mahomes
Bro,
apparently lost his magic somehow.
Mahomes, Devin. Like, I'm not even being like. I'm
Nah, dude,
trying
it
to.
was so funny to see him try to pull like that, like and then just get rocked. It
Well,
was
well,
awesome.
well, it was like a sudden realization that it's like, whoa, like Patrick Mahomes is he a, like, what is a pocket passer?
What do you mean?
Can you be a pocket passer if your best throws
Are
are
from out of the pocket.
on the run and
Yeah.
or from out of the pocket?
Well,
Like,
that was the whole thing with him. It was like you never even like his biggest highlights. It's like him on the run, or him doing this, or him doing that, or whatever. And then you think about how the refs play an impact or play their part on the way he moves out of the pocket. You see him get rocked in this game. You see him get rocked in, I mean, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago now, against Tampa. But if anything, I think the refs and the way that his games are called hinder his ability to move out of the pocket or move within the pocket. Because the second that pocket started to collapse, he was either
well,
down or out or whatever.
I mean, it wasn't even. I'd say there were one or two plays where he had some magic and he was moving and he was able to escape. But besides that, I mean, he
But
looked.
even when he did escape, he was getting brought down before the first and
I mean, bro,
wasn't going anywhere.
the entire field was covered.
Yeah, that's it.
Nobody was getting open. They
And they
could
didn't.
not get a thing going. And I said this, and I'm surprised, and I'll eat my words because I'm not mad. I was wrong. It was just what I expected. Was I said that I knew Kansas City was going to force. I put this in quotes because technically, did they have to? We'll never truly know because they went up so big so early.
Yeah,
That they probably, after going up 17, could have ran the ball every play
for real.
and figured it out. Like they would have, Saquon would have broke one of them bitches eventually.
Yeah.
Um, they were going to force Jalen to win the game. They were with the game in his hands. They were going. The Philly was going to have to win the game with Jalen with the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And it wasn't going to be a Saquon centric game.
Sure.
And that's exactly what happened. The
Yeah.
game was put in Jalen Hurts' hands, and that man absolutely delivered.
He delivered. And
Bro, like
the thing about it was like we came into this game like how mobile is Hurts. He's just tush pushing it all the time. He's not really moving. He's got Saquon doing this, and then it's like this motherfucker's moving. He's moving. He's moving on the run. He's looking. He's getting those Lamar Jackson type of looks where shit breaks down and he can just take off for 15, 20 yards.
it's just like, I mean, I don't know. Like I'm saying, like there's like I was saying, this man is top 5, and it's like you saw, bro, on the biggest stage, they took away his best weapon and say you're going to win this game. You're going to win this game with your arm. Eventually, well, because at first, I mean, he didn't get it going with his legs until
third quarter.
Yeah, I was gonna say more second half.
Yeah,
I mean,
late.
that whole first half was his arm just delivering, and also Patrick Mahomes' arm delivering to Philly as well.
Yes,
because
the white boy pick six. Dude.
My brain's so over the place because I'm like, Mahomes really played that bad.
And what sucks about this is like, I don't know, like that people are going to use it against Philly and like, oh, Mahomes had a bad game. It's like, no, Mahomes looked bad all year. It just got covered up.
Yeah.
And this
and
is
game
no
was close.
like, of course, but this is no like how bad Kansas City played should not be a like, oh, yo, Philly beat a bad Kansas City. It's like, no, this was Kansas City's best. They played like shit, but they were also forced to play like shit. So it's not like Philly got an easy one.
Record-wise, this was one of the best Chiefs teams, but I mean, stat-wise, we knew.
We knew what it was. The way that people talked about this fucking team, the teams that they've beat, or the teams that they've edged out, or whatever the fuck, and beating the Bills and doing this and doing that and whatever. But
it's more disappointing. Like we really had to see Baltimore lose to see this Patrick Mahomes
see this bullshit
performance. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense at all.
It's like, honestly, no.
I mean,
yeah, Lamar or Josh, either one. That's fucking 10 times better than this fucking bullshit.
would have given us a way more competitive game. And I don't know if it's Patrick Mahomes has been here so many times that he can have this one, because like Lamar and Josh, they can't afford getting
They
there
can't
for the
afford a
first
game this
time
bad now.
and playing that bad for their
Nah.
it could be their
Shit, Jalen
first
Hurts
and
can't afford a
only.
game that bad.
Jalen Hurts played great his first
If
Super
this was
Bowl.
Jalen Hurts' first, I mean, he played great in his first.
Bro, he's had 2 great performances in Super Bowls
against the same team, and one went better than the other, but
I mean, and when you look at the difference, just officiating wise, he could be 2-0 in the Super Bowl.
Easy.
He could easily be 2-0 if
and
officiating wise was fair the first round.
The field was slippery that last Super Bowl for both teams, but that was a real hindrance.
The field was slippery, but flags aren't, and
they're
tucked away in their belt.
Flags were
tucked away.
They're pretty sticky, actually.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They were throwing them bitches all around the field. But either way, I mean, Philly, they're Super Bowl champs. I'm not mad at it. I'm not I'm honestly, like I said, it was more just Eagles fans that were getting on my nerves. But like I said, I'm starting to go less and less just on social media in terms of like when I'm bored. And that's usually when I'll see just like brain rot shit. Like,
sure.
I don't know, just some idiot online talking about how good the Eagles are.
Yeah.
Like me, like us, talking about how good whoever else is. But I'm saying like I'm sure Eagles fans are going crazy. I saw Philly. We knew Philly was going to get destroyed. Like the city.
Dude, Philly went crazy for the NFC Championship.
Which is disappointing. It's like, even like when we won, like Baltimore, when we won, it was like, that shit didn't happen. It wasn't that bad.
Well, I mean, it was nice to see that Philly still rides with Meek Mill. That was cool.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's the anthem. He is
even after the
anthem.
videos.
Stop it.
Yeah, sorry.
Stop. What videos? I mean, I don't know. I'm not even getting into that.
That wasn't real. That was staged.
I was gonna say I don't. Yeah, no, I'm not.
That was a parody, dude.
Meek's one of my favorite. Bro, we grew up on Meek. Stop it.
We did. Meek's
a legend. Meek's a legend, but they just tried to. I don't know. You get into the point where if you become a meme, then they try to just make fun of you, and it is what it is. It's like literally what Drake is right now. It's like he's such a meme that it's like nothing good he does people care about. Or like if Meek were to Meek can drop a good song tomorrow and it's like,
it's gonna be like, yo, what did he produce this?
It's like, yeah, it's gonna be some stupid ass joke. Yeah. So either way, speaking of stupid ass jokes or hilarious jokes, did you see what Chauncey Gardner did?
That's awesome.
Okay, first of all,
I'm kidding. No, it's not awesome, but I mean that makes sense coming out of Chauncey's face.
I'm gonna say this.
And he didn't even have to use her name.
I'll say that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's like in terms of just, you got to think before this game. I would imagine there was.
Wait, do you think he actually said that to his face in that picture?
I don't know. I don't care.
Think so.
I don't. I mean, is it not okay? Here's the thing, though. If he just said it to his face, none of us would have known.
It's true.
You won, and now it's on the internet forever, and we all get to see that you said that, and it's hilarious. And he stood on it. He went on Instagram, typed it out, posted the picture, and said, "Yup, I like that,"
story
and kept it on there.
That's right.
See, okay. First, let me say 2 wrongs don't make it right. What I mean by that is the reaction to this has been his mother's restaurant in Florida. A bunch of Swifties are going and giving like 1-star reviews, 0-star reviews, and making up a bunch of false reviews.
That's racist, dude.
Which is
what the fuck are they doing down there, dude? These goddamn.
It's definitely like that's fucked up as well.
Yeah.
But let me go even before that. I guarantee you, he was probably getting death threat level DMs before the game from Taylor Swift fans. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm saying like,
sure.
like him saying that and posting that was 100% more of a shot at Taylor and her fans than Travis Kelce. Like, because I'm saying like
it caught both.
Okay,
that's for sure.
Okay, him saying
Now it's rude.
Okay, think about it like this. No. Think about it like this. No, just listen. Listen to what I'm saying. What he said to Kelsey was, "You should have stayed with your ex-girlfriend." Which, if we look in just that, in that aspect, it's like, well, no, he won a Super Bowl last year, so it's like,
Yeah.
in theory, it's like, I don't really think it matters who Kelsey's dating. Obviously, it's like bro is looking a little.
Apparently, it matters. Though.
Bro's washing up a little bit, like obviously from this year,
This
and
is
he
nice.
played horrible in
It
the
was
Super
so
Bowl.
cool to see them like on the verge of tears the whole game. That felt nice.
But what I'm saying is, if he just wanted to attack him and that be the main point, he could have said that. But he made sure to should have stayed with the thick shit, like to point out
thick shit thing
who
was, that was fun.
Like I'm saying, like that was definitely, he knew what he was doing there. Like,
that was funny.
Like I'm saying, like it was.
Taylor's gonna go snag a BBL now.
I don't think so.
No.
But besides that, I will say, shout out to everybody who said our podcast sucked because we didn't already put Mahomes over Brady.
Yeah, no. Good for those guys.
Because, there were people. It's funny. It's just, I love when people are like.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know if you remember this. Like, the Super Bowl that Tom Brady lost in 2017. He had about 500 passing yards. Mm-hmm. He lost 2 against New York. I don't think he had 24 yards in the first half.
No.
And played an absolute shitter with a few pick sixes. So, no. I mean,
he's actually played.
Brady's never had a game this bad.
He's played better and worse wins. Like Rams 13-3. Like.
Yes.
That was better, but a more.
He's played worse and still won.
It's like.
And Mahomes. Mahomes did this against Brady. So I don't know.
It's clearly Brady over Mahomes still for now.
Well, no, and it will continue to be because he has 7 Super Bowls. He played for 20 plus years, and he played till he was 46. Like, there's so much, and he has every single record in the book. So we can say he's on pace or whatever. We can talk about pace.
Like, he was on pace like crazy, and this was definitely going to add to that. And this one performance. Because here's the thing,
taking him down,
and I love how fair people are being. Because if this was anybody else, it would be all on the quarterback. Yep. It wouldn't matter that it's a team sport. It wouldn't matter this and that. And they're doing it to Mahomes. They're not pulling that card, Mahomes. Where it's like, well, it's like no. People are like,
well, Chris Jones got injured.
This is destroying your legacy in terms of like GOAT debates. Like this is going to haunt. This is going to haunt, bro. I'm telling you, this is going to haunt his legacy and whatever. And we'll have a conversation probably next episode about, I guess, what Kansas City needs to do to not be looked at as maybe on the edge of maybe the verge of a downfall.
What's funny to me is like that shit only flies. Like all their antics and shit only flies when they're winning. Mm-hmm. So it's like the second that they start to lose. I mean, I'm going to be honest. People keep talking about Travis Kelce retiring or whatever. Andy Reid's going to retire at some point, fairly soon.
No. Dude's around here coaching forever.
A few years ago, I thought.
I don't think he's going to retire. I think Kelce retires before he does.
Who? Travis?
I think Kelce retires before Andy does. Why would Andy retire? He still got Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he still get to sit there and coach Mahomes.
Well, no, he's fucking old and unhealthy and all that shit.
I don't think he gets more free time and gets in better shape.
It's fair.
I mean, it's just not like it's not really how unhealthy people, like, it's not what they do. Like if they get more free time, that's like not, I don't know. They're not like
more time to eat.
I'm gonna go on a walk. Like, I don't know. It's just not.
Dude, I eat cheeseburgers all day long.
Which I guess maybe, but I don't know. I'm not. Is that I think that's all for the Super Bowl. I mean, it was the fact that we didn't even really talk about the game. It's like that's how underwhelming.
Well, I mean, it was like I saw the score go up 7-0, and then I left, watched the game at my home, and 17-0. I was like, all right, well, one more score finishes this bitch. They score again. What was it?
24,
27-0.
27, yeah. I mean, it got to the point where I was like, damn, I want Mahomes to come back. Like I want the Chiefs.
No,
Like
for real.
I almost wanted to see it come back just so it was an entertaining game. I mean, that game
Well, once it
sucked.
got, but it was they started talking about 28-3 and all this shit, and it's like, nah, this is a 35-point lead, guys. This ain't
Well,
the
I
same
mean,
thing.
when it was 24-0, it's like we've seen this before. We've seen this
Yeah,
before.
but
Only one time. And if
that
there's
was
only if you
otherworldly
want to
though.
be in that if you want to be in that upper echelon, you want to be in that
Bro,
conversation.
you saw them, dude. They gave up at halftime. Once they went down 24-0, there wasn't like that. Like Mahomes was trying to do that. Like,
Well, there was just nothing they
come
could
on,
do.
guys. But it was like Travis Kelsey's crying. He's been crying since the first quarter. Like everyone
Bro,
was
did you
head
notice?
down crying
Oh my god, dude. Did they
early.
even cut to Taylor Swift after the first quarter?
Yeah,
How many times?
not much.
I feel like you can count on one hand.
Probably.
I mean, I was waiting. It got to the point where I was like, they're not cutting to her. Like, they're
No.
definitely not cutting to her. And because they didn't want, there was no way.
Well,
There's
it
no
was
way.
funny how she got booed. Because she
Of
was like,
course. She's
she was
always
like,
going to get booed.
she had like a little like fucking panic attack. She was like, "What's going on? Oh my god!" It's
She's
like,
in New
no
Orleans.
one likes you, lady.
It sounded like 80% Eagles fans. It's like, what did you expect?
Yeah, well, there's not only is it Eagles fans, it's fucking even if there's not a Chiefs, like there's people who are not fans of the Chiefs or the Eagles going to that game who probably don't fucking like you because they're not Chiefs fans or
I'm
Taylor Swift fans.
I'm not gonna lie, and this is just arguing to argue. I really hope nobody paid that much money to go and they weren't a fan of either team. You know,
People go to just go.
like that's crazy. Like
People
unless
go
you're a
to-
celebrity, like if you're a random person, you're like, I'm just go to the Super Bowl. Like that
No,
is
there's
nuts.
definitely random people who just go to the Super Bowl.
For what?
Fun?
No, Super Bowl is too expensive to just go to go.
No.
I can't just go to go. I can see you, Washington fan. It's like, bro, this might be the only time. This might be the only time. But you're not going to a. You're not just going to a.
See, my thing is like I don't even like I like watching football games like
Don't
in
do it.
person,
Don't say
but
it.
I'd rather be sitting at home.
A Super Bowl?
That's true.
Okay, I'm not
I
gonna
don't
lie. I hate traffic. I'm so impatient. I agree.
Like that's so much work, dude. You're spending you're dropping so much money, and then what if you lose? Now what? Now you're getting.
Well, no, it's like when I immediately like thought about it, it was like no, the traffic like you'd sit through after a fucking Super Bowl. It's like God.
Now I'm here crying in Tampa. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, that would suck.
I don't want this.
A loss. I'd rather just I'll take the
I'm
dub
packing
at home.
it up, dude.
I'll take
home.
the dub at home. All right.
Agreed. And then, but the better thing is, I can go. I'd rather go to the parade than the game.
Mm-hmm.
Go party with the boys.
Parade. Yeah. I still remember the Ravens.
The parade's free.
I was young, but it was intense. You had people climbing on the outside of the stadium. It was definitely worth it. I guess, going down to New Orleans would have been a fucking mess.
It's a shit show, dude.
That would have been an absolute mess.
It's an absolute shit show. You just got a bunch of TikTok jackasses like, fuck off.
All right.
We're at the Super Bowl day one vlog. Fuck off.